Could it be that Greta Thunberg is a time traveler sent to warn us about the dangers of climate change? A photo from the year 1898 seems to have sparked theories that Greta Thunberg has mastered time travel, and I'm going to tell you everything you need to know here for you on IO. What is gravy? You're watching InformOverload. I'm Charlotte, news potato and host extraordinaire. Nice to meet you, blah blah blah. Subscribe for a different take on the news and follow the IO team on Instagram and Twitter. If you guys hear about any stories that you think would be great for this channel, send us a DM, and if we choose your story, we will shout you out on our channel. Alright, so I gotta admit that when I saw this headline, I was like, okay, really? Really? But then I saw the photo and like, bruh, that girl looks exactly like Greta Thunberg. The interwebs is buzzing with the theory that Greta Thunberg, the 16-year-old climate change activist making headlines around the world, is a time traveler. The photo was from the archives at the University of Washington. It shows 3 children working at a gold mine in the Yukon. For those that don't know, that's in Canada. The photo was taken by Eric A. Haig circa 1898, which was 121 years ago by my math. This was right around the time of the Klondike Gold Rush, where an estimated 100,000 prospectors migrated to the Klondike region of the Yukon between 1896 to 1899. While some people got rich during that gold rush, most people didn't. It's likely that the child in this photograph didn't find any gold at all and instead learned how to time travel 200 years in the future, where she learned the consequences of climate change and then traveled back to the year 2019 to warn us. Don't quote me on that last part, that's not a fact, that's an opinion. But I mean, come on, how similar do they look? It's actually a bit frightening how similar they look. The girl in the photo even wears pigtails, just like Greta. Time traveler confirmed. Here were some reactions to the photo on Twitter. This has to be photoshopped, surely. They're identical. No hun, what it is right is that she's actually a time traveler and she's come to warn us about the future. It's the only explanation. That's what I said. Oh, by the way, if you think that someone photoshopped that picture, you can go straight to the University of Washington website where you can find the original photo. Next, so Greta Thunberg is in a photo from 120 years ago and it's my new favorite conspiracy. Greta is a time traveler from the future and she's here to save us. Lastly, wow, Greta Thunberg hasn't aged a bit, or is she another one of those travelers? You get the idea. I'm trying to make this video a little bit longer because there's not much else to say. Greta Thunberg is honestly my favorite climate change activist because someone like David Suzuki still takes private jets wherever he goes. Kinda hypocritical to be running around the world talking about how damaging climate change is, but then like also travel in a private jet? Like I feel like that's kind of like... But last week, Greta made headlines for hitching a ride with an Australian family on her way to Madrid for the United Nations Climate Change Conference. Greta uses sailing as a way of getting around to her many engagements and refuses to fly because flying has a much bigger carbon footprint. She tweeted recently that she was sailing close to Bermuda and is headed toward Europe in the coming weeks. Hopefully she is also using a time machine that exerts a very small carbon footprint as well. See what I did there? That's all I have for you on this one, guys. Before I head out, let's wrap up this video with some comment features from my video. The Barnetts were paid for their interviews. Breezer said, "This is crazy. Thank you so much for keeping us posted. You are very welcome." Cat Hall said, "Charlotte, can you be my lawyer? If I ever get in trouble again, at least I'd have the best looking and smartest one." As flattered as I am, thank you, I would highly recommend getting a real lawyer because Gregory Molina said, "I just found this channel last week. It has become a daily ritual to watch them." Like brushing your teeth? Do you watch us while you brush your teeth? Please do that. True Dad said, "At the beginning of this case, I thought Natalia was influenced by The Orphan. Now I think the Barnetts were the ones copying the movie." Fun fact, the movie The Orphan came out right around the time when the Barnetts were making their case to have Natalia's age changed. Like within a couple years of that. I think they were inspired. That's it for me. Thanks for watching. If you want to keep watching, we put together a playlist for you with a bunch of videos just like this one. Stick around for some bonus content, and maybe I'll see you in a future IO video. Okay. Excuse me while I scratch my ear. Oh, hi second camera. I forgot about you. So many top 10s, I forget that you're there. That's in Canada. The Yukon Territory. None of it. None of us ever go to the Yukon, by the way. Like, have you been to the Yukon? No, I don't intend to go to the Yukon. I feel like I gotta remind people that the Yukon is in Canada. Anyways, climate change conference last month. Next month. Last week she went to a conference last month. That's wrong. You are wrong, my dear. Which was 121 years ago by my math. But I'm also very bad at math, so correct me if I'm wrong. And see what I did there? Okay.